All right, Bob Chick, we're here at the Expo, continuing on with our interviews. Here's Gennifer Strobo, all in one piece. Good for you.
Finally.
Yeah, we were just talking before we got on the mics here, but man, you had a hell of a run here getting ready for the show.
I did. We were just talking about my little mishap during cardio about 4 weeks out.
And just for the viewers, what happened now? You're out there on your bike doing cardio. All of a sudden,
Guy runs a stop sign, hits me with his car.
That was you?
And it was a hit and run. Now we know who it was.
Oh, my bad. But all right, the $1 million question. You get hit you're out there doing cardio. You get hit by a car. You go sprawling. The guy takes off. You get back up. Did you finish the cardio?
I did.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. That's why she is an IFBB pro and you're not. Finish the cardio, blood and all.
Blood and all. Got home, was told that I always look crazy when I get home from a bike ride, and I said, well, I look crazy because I was just hit by a car.
Well, you've certainly overcome about 10 obstacles, which we won't go into now, but you're here.
I'm here, I've made it, and I'm freezing.
Yeah, it is a little colder, but obviously warmer days are coming. The lights will be hot. You'll have oil on you, so you'll be fine baking out on that stage. Top 10 last year.
Right.
8th place. I know it wasn't exactly what you're looking for, but can you crack into that top 6 this year?
That's what I'm going for. We don't train for second. We're all training, trying to make ourselves bigger and better every time.
Well, and speaking of bigger, you look a little padded up there. What's going on?
I got my football pads on.
I like that. I thought you broke out the 1980 shoulder pads there for a minute. But so, are we seeing a bigger and better Gennifer Strobo? Gennifer, you like that?
Gennifer.
Yeah.
That's the new word. I think we are. We're seeing the fullest I've ever been. We've finally figured out some tricks to my body, and this is probably the biggest I've been, and not like a big, too much size, but just nice.
Relatively, yeah.
Right. It's I think it's a good package. We'll see.
Well, most of the girls actually have the other problem. They're trying to bring it down. They're a little bit too big. They got to lean up more. You've actually always had the opposite problem when you kind of came in from lean and trying to obviously broaden up the shoulders. Put a little meat on you, so to say.
Right.
So a little different criterion for the training there.
Yeah, I've always had a little bit of trouble and struggled. I have an insulin issue and severe hypoglycemia, and so we just played around with a bunch of things this time, and I think we figured it out.
And for those who think it's an easy fix, you're talking years in the making here.
Yeah.
Because the body keeps changing as you keep going. So,
right.
There's always these moving pieces going on with trying to get the physique and then trying to figure out how your body responds to certain things and doesn't respond. But like I say, it not overnight.
No, it's not overnight. It's taken quite some time to try to, figure it out. We've tried a million different things, and this has worked this time, and we'll see how long it does.
Well, we usually see you on stage a few times throughout the year, so do we have a battle plan for after this weekend?
I have no idea where I'm going to be next. Really.
It's not on a bike, hopefully.
Yeah. I might be back out there next week. I don't know. But I think I may go back to Pittsburgh. I went there last year, and I brought home first place, so I might go back to see if I can regain it. And I think you might see me somewhere later on, and maybe in May.
Uh-oh, a little secret going on. You got to go defend the title.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do.
Sure, come on, man. You're the champ. You got to go and represent, man.
I love the Pittsburgh Show. I've been there every year since I was a pro, and I kept moving up. Finally won it, and so I want to go back and see if I can hang on to it.
And it is a great show. Everybody and anybody's there. A little who's who, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Jim Mannion, bringing everybody in for that. When you got a top 6 Olympians usually guest posing, all the top athletes in a packed auditorium, because the amateur show, of course, is huge as well. So, but no, hopefully we'll see you there defending. But more than that, hopefully we'll see you in that top 6 tomorrow night.
We're hoping.
You got it. For Gennifer Strobo, this is Bob Chick.